Alright, I think I have everything set up. You guys can hear me, right? Yeah, can you hear me? Like at this moment, like, or are you hearing anything else? Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, I thought this is my first live stream, and I made a poll, and I wanted to talk about some kind of anything. Now that I have an opportunity to do so. Okay. I'm just getting used to. If there are some issues, then let me know. Like if there's some buffering issues or my voice disappears or anything like that, then this is really my first time ever that I'm live streaming anything, pretty much. I don't know. Let's just get the ball rolling on stuff, and you guys can maybe ask me something or before we can like get into talking about some lore. Yeah. We've got people, yeah. We got 11 people live, that's crazy. Yeah. Well, I'm kind of awaiting some input or any plans to bring back. Sydney asks, any plans to bring back Mirai Yaps about Lawl outside of this stream? Yeah, I have a few projects that I've been working on, like the whole evolution of Lawl retrospective is a pretty big project, but I haven't really had time to work on it. It's kind of it will probably be like cut in half, but I definitely need to make another one. And any sort of a video where there, if I get an idea, I will definitely make one. I'm glad you've missed it. Masen the man asks, favorite moveset that you made. That's difficult because, well, it's definitely Hugo. Hugo and Walrus Grump are my favorite movesets. At this out of all the movesets that I've made. I'm very proud of them, how they've been received over the years. We could talk anything that. No, I'm kind of the kind of theme of this stream is what happened. Nothing happened. I'm just kind of just waiting for people to come, and we're kind of warming up here for the stream, and I know not everyone's going to come, but at least as long as there is a decent audience, I'm gonna keep this stream going, and I'm gonna be the point of this stream is we are kind of just doing a topic. Katsux asks favorite LOL and least favorite LOL boss. Oh, there's definitely way too many great bosses. I mean, we've got some of my favorites. I definitely have to say that the hydraulic press channel boss that you made is probably my favorite boss that I've seen for a while. The creator is also great, and least favorite LOL boss is definitely I'm not sure if he's even counted as a boss, but Dog on Egg Walker is the worst. Is the worst LOL boss ever made, but in terms of like actual bosses, then not too big of a fan of that. The Scratch solo boss fight from that one Subspace Emissary thing was not really that good of a boss. Just didn't really work out. Hi there. And oh, hi Dylan C. You know, I was just I'm happy to see you here, because you definitely I haven't seen you in any of Headless streams, but this is a kind of a lore discussion we are having, and I'm definitely looking forward to LOL Jupiter related stuff. Favorite upcoming LOLs? Yeah, LOL Retro is definitely one of the best ones. I also like LOL Mikan, if that's the one that's called. I also. Who are you rooting for in the current empty slots? It's been a while. Definitely I've forgotten who I voted for, but I'm definitely rooting for Wallace and Gromit at the and Busby at LOL Nova empty slots, because I think those are definitely great. As for other favorite upcoming LOLs, LOL Hearts is a great one. I'm very looking forward to it. I know June. I can't wait for her LOL to spring into action. There's a lot of great LOLs that are coming out currently, and I'm very hyped for them. Yeah. How about we start with some it's gonna be boring if you're just gonna look a blank YouTube screen, so throw some ideas for like any sort of videos, movesets, stuff with lore that we could look at. It can be one of my works, it can be anything from any LOL. I don't know why, but your voice sounds like CD-ROM hobgoblin from Moomin Games, not an insult. Is that like are you talking about like the Finnish voice or the voice from any other language voice? I remember the English one sounded like this old, but the Finnish voice of hobgoblin was like, se ei ole niin suuri niin kuin kuvittelin. Yeah, that's like. Which character do you think is very overdue for a moveset? I don't even know. Bruno, I don't think I'm gonna go to any non-ultimate tier list sets. PeanutButterGamer's moveset. Yeah, let's start with that. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm fucking commercials, sorry. I thought I had like... Oh, there we go. I need to have a... Okay, here he comes.
Alright, let's see what we got here today. Dear PBG, you need a haircut. Dear PBG, you don't need a haircut. Dear PBG, has anyone ever told you that you look like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo? Well, nothing new so far. Dear PBG. Oh, no.
Oh, sorry. Let me just get some... Oh, okay, hold on. Let me just read some of the comments here. Catching up. Since I spent way too much time working on it, what advice would you give for making lore? Just go with what you're vibing. Don't have any too many grand plans. I'll be sharing some of my opinions during this stream and like advice. What's that little custom icon on your taskbar? What? You can see my taskbar. Oh no. I thought you wouldn't see it. Oh, well, that kind of sucks. That's GIMP. That's GIMP. Give me a sec. I'm gonna make it so you don't see it. I don't know how to. Don't know where. Whatever. It's kind of visible now. It's not like I'm doxing myself. What Lawl do you think is overdue for a story mode? Definitely definitely the one with black bar on the right side. I don't know how to zoom in really. I don't really know how to well, LOL Nova is definitely overdue for a story mode, that I know. Anyways, let's continue with this. I'm using OBS at this point, so I don't really. I'm just kinda doing. I don't really. What characters do you think or want to say playable in Mario Kart 9? Double click on the screen in OBS and you can change the screen size. Okay. Is this good? Does this look good? Oh, it. Yeah, I think that did it. There we go. Okay, let's move on back to whatever this is. The thing that Chat said about in his like video where he says lore. One of the first things about lore is that the headmaster has to, when you have a headmaster character here like Dr. Watts, you have to have a character who has a lot of lines, or either they have to have a text box, like Scratch from Lawl Aureus has text boxes. Princess Peach from Lawl Crossup has text boxes, and then you've got my Lawl's headmasters, which are Space Ghost and Vince Russo, and I mean our Lawls, not my Lawl. You got Space Ghost's lines are easy to find, and like there's a whole transcript online that I use to find lines for him that are fitting, and without those I would be pretty much screwed. And then you've also got all his lines from the other episodes and the Cartoon Planet stuff. And then you've got what was it? Well, Seymour Skinner, we all know how long Simpsons has been going on. You can pretty much any kind of line for Seymour Skinner if you want to, because it's been like, what, 40 different, yeah, that's the thing, that's my first, like, yeah, Matt is a good example, he also uses text boxes. And then you've got Metaton and Olphis from LOL Wildfire, that's kind of yeah, Odyssey Squared. Or Odyssey 4. Odyssey Squared, I think. Okay.
Sorry, can you repeat all of what you just said?
Oh.
Sonic Hero! Sonic Hero!
I like how this is like a merge of... Oh yeah, LOL Matt has like... And you can do it. I like how it's a fusion of like unedited actual source quality material, and then you've got actual like edited material. Like it's a good combination, and more LOLs kind of need to do that if you're but PPG is like one character who is not exactly like, you don't really need to introduce him, but if you've got a more obscure character, it is good to. That's kind of why I try to have like it. I haven't shown it really too much of it, but LOL cassette like uses those Forbidden Realms. Now there's definitely a bit of a delay at this moment, because I know well, let's just keep going, and I'll try to be with you guys. Applause.
Hello there!
Okay, that's it. It kind of we just had, it wasn't really, it wasn't exactly like the most extreme like LOL super mystery lore. It was kind of silly in the tone, and I think that fits perfectly for PeanutButterGamer. I haven't watched his videos for a really long time. I watched his older videos where he mostly covered video games. I think he still covers them, but not so much like. What? Okay, someone only just noticed that Darky player flashes in when PPG lies on the ground for some reason. Let me go back. let's slow it down a bit. Oh my god, holy shit. Oh my god, you're right, that's freaking Darkiplier over there. Holy shit, I never noticed that. That's a genius detail. That like, that's the kind of blink and miss it stuff you need to put in your Lawl. Jin puts, like in Frollo show, he had a lot of blink and you miss it stuff, but it was not like, it was way too subtle. It flashed for like 1.1111 billion microseconds, but here it's more like, it's noticeable. Like Hooks noticed it with his own eyes, and it's not like it's not in the corner. I've definitely done some little more sneakier Easter eggs, but that's clever. That's like clever. Is this before Darkiplier said it's? Let me go into Lawl timeline and let me check like when was this. Yeah, I don't have direct access to the timeline at the moment, but if this was before, yeah, it came before Peeps' set, okay. Okay, good, thank you for letting me know. Okay, bye, Choris King. That's, yeah, I was gonna say if that's foreshadowing, but yeah, that's kind of let's go to the outro and see what happens. Oh, I still had it slow. Let's take the normal.
Home base for people like us. You, me, and many others were chosen to join the fight.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Come on to me.
What's the so that's why did the so that's pretty cool text come on screen? Is that like a reference to you know, PPG's one of PPG's videos?
The gang. Chris, Homestar Runner.
Yeah, what's up?
Harry Potter.
Waffle Pone.
Shut up!
I like how they are just rapidly introducing everyone, like reminding people of all the characters that are in the audience at the moment. I mean, this whole building.
You guys want to play the Arthur board game with me? Arthur saves the planet, one step at a time. Arthur and his friends are out to prove that no one is too young to make a difference in saving the environment. Hey, where are you going? we gotta play the Arthur board game. Come on, guys! We gotta play Arthur!
Oh. Yeah, the PPG's lore fits the tone greatly. Like, he's not a very lore-heavy character, he's just kind of a silly boy. And there were, outside of the, like, the more lore-heavy stuff was, like, kept to the minimum, like, the flash of Darkiplier was pretty well made. That wasn't really that deep of a analysis, so let's go to... I saw this being suggested earlier. Let's go to... My main laptop keyboard is a bit busted, so... I said... Whoever said to focus on the outro, so I'm probably gonna focus on the I'm gonna focus on both intro and the outro, however, because I really want to. There's definitely some good ideas here. There's the whole gang. Let's take a look at the figures on here. We've got Strong Bad in his super suit. We've got a bunch of wizard people, and what are they playing? Is that like supposed to be like some Dungeons and Dragons type game? Which Muppets do you think have a good chance of getting into Lawl, except for Kermit? Anyone from Sesame Street? Maybe Swedish Chef? Gonzo? Maybe someone more obscure like Limbo / Nobody. Somebody from Dark Crystal. I know they don't count as Muppets, but they're like Jim Henson production stuff. Harry the Hipster from Sam and Friends. Yeah, somebody from Fraggle Rock. Definitely someone from Fraggle Rock. Let's continue this. The montage is Friska. What's the movie they play in here? Vriska. I like how the Vriska intro begins with like it's just montage of her having fun. Like every single beatdown set has kind of the advantage of Can Air. Is that like a Homestuck reference? I think that is. Yeah, the Vriska had that whole running gag of like Nicolas Cage being her stand or something. Yeah, the montage is very good, and it's a very good way to establish like her life in this location. Yeah, we have like this weird. Yeah, now we've got Friska like kicking ass on the ruins. Oh, Chat's doing like subtle. Did you see the animation on that big dude? Like the animation was very like Jin inspired for a minute there. That's kind of, I've never seen anyone be able to really duplicate Jin's animation style, so that's really impressive. Like, oh yeah, I forgot completely about Wilkins. Wilkins is another character that kind of exists at this point. Okay, let's.
You need to be challenged more.
Oh, there's that one of those portal things from Steven Universe. I really like how they are just putting like random stuff in here. Oh, the creator is in the mirror. I see him. He's in the mirror. And there's just a random picture of Pearl in there. I have pretty bad hearing and I'm not wearing any headphones at this point, so I'm just kind of looking at I'm using like the subtitles here.
Hey, Vriska, what are you doing? Please, for the love of God, let it be something inconsequential and benign.
Carcat, I'm about to meddle with so many losers right now. Do you know how many plans have been made?
Probably all of them. Even though plans aren't really an exhaustively quantifiable thing, and we both fucking know that.
Yeah. I'm not noticing any big lore references here, and it's mostly shitposting stuff. Riska's room.
This
Oh,
show
now
needs
we
to
get
get
to
on
the
the
good
freaking
part.
road. I'm getting.
Oh my god, I fucking love conspiracy boards. They are so good. They are definitely good. Any sort of, if you're having a big, like, character who is self-aware about all the lore, then you definitely need to add a conspiracy board at some point. That's great. That's... Oh yeah, and... Who's this douchebag? Dikes in his Lawl. Yeah, it's definitely there. And what's that sort like? What's that sort of that random house over there? Like, is that supposed to be like where Dio is? The sort of that parking lot, and we see Six-Shot over there, and there's some sort of connection. Yeah, I'm gonna give Daily Bugle is... Oh yeah, I forgot that Daily Bugle is like on newspaper in some of the Lawls. Like we've got a whole bunch of like Lawl newspapers, like there is Lawl News, there is, what's the word, Daily Hitbox, and yeah, Moomin, speaking of Moomin, I actually made a hint at... I'm just gonna take a little detour here to... What the hell is this? No... There we go. I'm taking a detour here, like, I want you to see this.
僕ね、もし本物のサンタさんに会ったらお願いするつもりでいたんだよ。はあ？心配しなくたっていいんだよ。サンタクロースなんて。
He's talking about Vriska here. I can confirm this. This is 100% canon. Moomin and Vriska are pen pals, and they are talking about weird shit that's going on. Like, this is how Moomin learned about the like the static memory loss epidemic. And now I'm not officially going to, like, I haven't yet made an official like headcanon regarding this, but my own headcanon regarding LOL universes is that every single LOL that exists, they are located at different wavelengths, like different quantum waves. So basically, what's happening here is that when Moomin says that I was told by my pen pal that there'd be a city here, he's basically saying that there is the beatdown city is supposed to be here, but it's not because they are at the wrong quantum wavelength. However, with the wavelengths, they are not like you just hop in a random planet from different LOLverse to LOLverse. You sometimes different locations in LOLverse, like the Gaston's Tavern or the LOL Burger or whatever there are, they manifest in that world, and that's how I think Six-Shot was able to get into the and the Sheriff were able to get to the beatdown city because the wavelengths align at the right time, and now the wavelengths are once again like at the different section, so now the beatdown city is just gone. And that's what I haven't really been talking with chat too much about this, but my own theory is that if you think the Moomin does not, the reason why Moomin can't get in the beatdown city in this section is because he doesn't know. He has spoken with Vriska in letters, but Moomin doesn't know what Vriska looks like. Or nor does he know that what Beatdown City is, so that's why he can't really use his mind to manifest. Because if he knew what Beatdown City looked like and what like Beatdown City was, then he would easily like go there. He would easily like manifest it at this moment. Do you use Adobe After Effects? No, I don't. So I'm not sure if you guys are like they get what I'm saying, but that's kind of like my own theory that's dominant, like how the connections between different laws like go at this point. But we can talk about this later date. Let's go back to Vriska.
Closer to beating you. You'll see.
Yeah. Vriska has a beef with Tord of some kind. Okay, see ya, Dylan, see. Now we're getting to the fun part. Yeah, that's where Tord has a gigantic head there. This is where I like how Shad does these like locations. He takes like an existing texture and he kind of creates this dreamlike 3D environment almost. Like that's what makes LOL beatdowns like lore appearance so unique. Like I take screenshots and like put them together, like they are just kind of silly. But here we go. And now dice up in form.
Why don't you relax and talk to me for a while?
You're one of the mansion fighters, aren't you? What, did they send you to come capture me?
No.
Yeah. Shad himself is doing the voice for Tord here, and that's kind of that's what I've been also been doing, like Krang's voice. I did Krang's voice, I did Dalek's voice, I did many other voices, and Shad, I think that's why Tord gets so much like screen time, is because of Shad doing his voice. It's definitely easy and helpful, and I only wish I was given like one of those cartridges that let me do impression of almost any character. But that being said, it's really cool that like the voice here is I think Vriska's voice isn't like Shad didn't hire a voice actor for her, so she's kind of voiced. She uses official dialogue, but it just perfectly fits like we do here, like later on, like.
No way! Everyone always wants to do things the boring way. And if you're so smart, then answer this. Why can't I remember?
What?
Yeah, we see. Why can't I remember? That's clearly edited. Like that's. It's perfect. Like Shad definitely watches these things in advance, and I am not as good in. Shad is definitely not as like me and Shad both have a thing where hello Chester, cheater. But neither of us are like good at sentence mixing. I mean, Shad is definitely better than me, and Shad does sentence mix a lot. But I just think that Shad does it like knows how to take control of like existing character lines and like make new dialogue out of them. I do know too, but I don't plan as head as well as Shad does.
I remember literally nothing after killing Tavros. It is static is what it is.
It is static what it is. She does not remember anything after. I don't know who Tavros is. I think he's like a Homestuck character. I think. Like I can't really make any significant guesses if like Tavros's Jeff is like important or spoiling any major plot lines from this. Let's continue.
I don't know if I can deal with this shit anymore. What's your deal?
Wait, what? That isn't me.
Ugh, bullshit.
I can't remember either. I was told something happened to me, but I really don't remember. If this is about the mansion break-in, I could barely find information about memories either. Just your universe and timeline stuff.
Are you in cahoots with someone?
I literally cannot say.
Is it been established that Tord has one of those like the mind control thing is that Dio put in spinal, I don't know how it's pronounced. I know, or maybe Tord just doesn't want to mention because if he says something then Dio will show up and fucking kill him.
Between you and me, I'm starting to think we are getting jerked around here, you know? Some inexplicable forces out there are fucking with us, and I'm not going to take it anymore.
I want some answers too, but I have a job to do. I'm not working with you.
Once again...
He's had that mind control bot from Dio since his own set. Yeah, okay. That's what I was thinking. But Tord definitely shows like some level of like Dio's mind control thing is definitely a break sometimes. Or because we saw Spinel and Pearl talk in their set about some stuff. I assume the Sigmund doctors might be behind the memory stuff. There is the whole thing with that memory thing we see at the Edge Classic mode. That whole bizarre construction, the dementia device. Yeah, that's definitely a big part of, and I really can't wait to see what's like. Shad clearly has a plan. His story, I think his beatdown story is currently at the middle, or maybe at the beginning of the middle. Like, we are pretty much established, and I can't wait to see what we've got. Like, you can definitely see a plan in there on, like, you really can't see a plan with any of the Mirai-verse stuff.
Again, leave it to Vriska to come up with the creative solutions.
Oh, here comes Panther. I like how they are rendered here.
Oh, what the fuck?
Now that leads to freaking... I love how this is like shown how Tord ended up like in the segment with the crystal gems at the crystal gems out. Like, that is... I love how these go together, and I really wonder how this is going to be shown in the next Beatdown lore compilation. Like, I really wanna see how it's done, and I'm definitely gonna touch into the whole... When the next lore compilation comes, I'm definitely probably gonna have a stream like breaking it down as a whole. A Beatdown lore is definitely like so goddamn interesting.
Ugh, meddler, why are you so meddly?
Well, this has certainly been an eventful evening. I'm sure that after a night of thwarting attempted robbery, you probably just want to go home and take a nap. But I was hoping that maybe we could have a chance to talk.
Okay, lay it on me.
As you know, in order to enroll at my hall, students must first pass a rigorous entrance exam. And you passed the exam with flying colors. I admire your drive, and I am proud to run a school that accepts individuals from all walks of life.
Nothing comes easy. Sure, you know a lot, but I know for a fact there's stuff you don't know.
True.
Interesting. Ospin, definitely. It would be an interesting plot twist if it turned out that Sigmund doctors and Ospin were somehow behind the whole thing. Like there was some moral grayness in them that really was made them more complicated figures than usual. Like what is really the reason for all of this? Why does Lawl beatdown exist? Like in universe. Like that's definitely, I love how these series give us existential questions to ask. Let's wrap this up.
Continuing to take strides to lessen the divide.
Why do you try to help me and stuff? What's the point? It's kind of bothersome and insulting sometimes. Because you are dealing with a pro here.
But tell me, who are you really? I would like to ask you to please help us. What happened tonight was not an...
Old Rooster Train can name this part. That's depressing. Ospin definitely does not have... I don't think he has good intentions in mind. Well, he definitely has, like... I'm talking like he has good intentions in mind, but I don't think like he's exactly like a good person. Like he's definitely gonna put the beatdown fighters through some shit. Like, this is very suspicious.
I may be your headmaster, but I am also a huntsman. And it is my sworn duty to protect this world from the forces that conspire against it.
Risa.
Are you sure there is nothing else you would like to tell me?
You ain't got nothing on me and you can't prove shit.
Very well. Thank you for your time, Ms.
Suki.
If you ever need to talk to me, please don't hesitate to ask.
What are you planning, Ospin? I'm too much of a short-term memory loss type of guy. Oh my god, beatdown reference, to really do any analysis, but if Ospin has something like... He's literally using the students from RYBY for his own benefit in his own series. Yeah, that's what I thought. With good intentions, but yeah, that's kind of cool. Like, I like these kinds of characters who are kind of have good intentions, but they are ultimately like not good people. Like that's very good, like moral grayness and monochrome like behavior that I just love to see in this media. Like,
you've opened up a whole new world to me with this discovery. So many people to meddle with, so many plans to hatch. It'll give me a chance to go get some stuff done.
oh shit. Risa is gonna be break into Sigmund Corp at some point, and there she's gonna find out what the hell. She's definitely gonna be the first character to like really see what the hell is going on, and she's gonna break the whole thing. Minimum security at 2 p.m. That phone number is definitely not real, don't call it. Beatdown City located at Free Country, USA confirmed. That would be interesting. Well, considering Lawl C takes place in mostly America, then who knows? Anyone got any other videos they want me to look at? Like lore related? I'm just kind of I'm glad I rewatched this. Now I'm interested, like, to see what happens with Vriska. And that's too recent. I want something else. And I do remember the Seda Fixet and would you look into the secret doc from Fighters Extra? I thought that was like just like Pester Jump type thing with beatdown headmasters talking to each other. The ARG in regards to Kermit and Sybil, that's definitely... It had Vriska talking to hack something. Interesting. The Kermit and Sybil ARG is not really lore related. It was just kind of a little game, literally alternate reality game, where they were... Speaking of ARGs, let's look at something from... This is the secret thing from Lawl, oh hi, best version of Hercules. This is the secret thing from Lawl cassette, recent moveset. We see him here where I mentioned my headcanon, wavelength. Wavelengths are like, well, this technically makes wavelengths official, but like let's do something fun. Let's break this down. Like, what is going on here? Like, how many of you were in Oreo server when Shrekl solved this ARG? I'm not gonna spoil it if you are. Okay, then you know the person who is the red person here, that's Kevin Sullivan. And the video that this is linking to, it's linking specifically to the Hulk Hogan's moveset. Listen carefully to what he is saying.
This is the final days. Next week, my dear friends will be back.
Is this my dear friend, this guy? What do you think? We haven't seen his friend.
He will be back to stand beside me. He will be back with me in the locker. You do not understand what you're dealing with, and you should.
Very suspicious.
You should understand all the elements. The earth, the sky, fire, and water. But obviously you don't. Because I have all the elements.
Guardian of the Key. Are they easy to break mentally? They are a big dope, a fool who's still popular for whatever reason. Yeah, when he's talking about the Guardian of the Key, he's who had the key. Like the last time we saw Sullivan, who did Sullivan have beef with for most of Throw Some Law, see Law? I mean, Throw Some Law back at them Law. Hulk Hogan, that's correct. So yeah, that's, I don't want to spoil any of my plans going, but it's interesting to think that Sullivan has an ally, and that is Odim. That's Melias Moon. That's the Walrus Grandpa teleportation machine. Remember, that's how they kidnap Hogan in the first place. That's Hogan. And when Hogan dies, he gets the key, and that is when this happens. Interesting. Think about this. Any other lore videos you have ideas for? Yeah, that kind of looks like hands over earth. Yeah, interesting. Or are you sure they are his hands? Anyways, yeah, does anyone else have any more ideas? Seda, I'm not really looking, I'm not in the mood to look at those. Like, Seda's most lore is mostly like them messing around and shit. Yeah, I'm good, like, look at...
Kaipaako vaatekaappi pientä päivää?
Fuck commercials. Let's look at this.
Have made fire. I have mood and everything else we need to survive.
I like how immediately we have a whole different tone compared to Beatdown. It's more light-hearted and definitely has like... I kind of like how Timistad and Hugh Neutron are like supposed to be rivals, but here they are together like holding a camp, like that's kind of funny. Like it's definitely that characters are, even rival characters are like getting along together. I mean, we do have Chip Chap Boss and Spitting Image Dragon in like Lawl, Throw-Some LC, like getting along together just fine. And this was before Hilda's set was released, like 2024 was when Hilda's set got released. And then Hilda sends us some weird presents. So that's
something's out there.
Interesting. It's definitely a more like... I know Scap talked about how LOL Nova's lore is very similar to LOL Cassette. Every single world that exists is like located in their own like worlds, and people use Captain N portals to travel to those worlds. So did they just go camping to whichever backgrounds they were used in? So that basically implies Bigfoot walked through some portal from GTA Universe to here, or GTA Mid-Universe. Either way, that's kind of like is there some... Was it the work of Dolan? Like Dolan is an actual character in this lore. I mean, it's definitely implied in the lore of like Escape to Lolcatraz. Let's look at the outro.
Want to be friends?
There's definitely also these like time cards. That's kinda cute. Like, this character really just became a friend, and we do later see like Hilda and S.A. Bigfoot just being friends, chilling together. It's a nice little. It establishes like LOL Nova never really had big lore. But it's been doing more often like these segments where characters interact with each other, and that's really cool. Like only recently, it's just kind of fun little interactions with not much thought. I mean, well, definitely thought is put into them, but like there is no like strong like there is no narrative, so to speak. The narrative is kind of and maybe I definitely think that we'll see I'm gonna bet that we'll see a LOL Nova story mode, like not a it's kind of a subspace emissary type deal, because it's definitely gonna happen, because we did see like a secret mode on the menu. I gonna be honest, Regan, I was kind of hoping there was more people for this. I would have probably kept on going on a bit longer, but I've still got some. Strange that no one has tried to go for the World of Light approach yet. You mean like a World of... Well, the World of Light barely has any cutscenes, so... What are your thoughts on the abandoned characters tile list that I made? It's definitely interesting. If there is one critique that I have for the abandoned characters tile list, it's that maybe you should... Any character, like the characters, the spin-offs that the characters were rejected from, it would be nice to have the logos of each LOL. Maybe ask, I don't know if Shrekels is willing to share like the icons with you, but that would be like a useful like, and it would be like a nice visual bonus to have. But yeah, I'll probably not be doing too much like lore analysis, because there aren't that many people here, but I'll be probably taking some questions for a bit before I wrap up. It does have Spirit Battle, has some areas with their own quits, which could work in a law setting. Yeah, fair point. Yeah. But it's definitely not as fun to look at like subspace emissary like. Yeah. Mostly it was really interesting to see like different styles. Like a lot of lores nowadays kind of go for that beatdown style of characters gathering in a building, and there's nothing wrong with that style. Even like Lolorius took that style and kind of gave it its own twist into it. Like it's more like, and LOL Mad is more like clearly inspired by old YouTube poops and more inspired by early days how Chin used to edit way back in before he got his modern style, which is quite frankly fucking awful to look at. Does anyone have any questions here? Any predictions on rivals from any Lawls? Not really. I do know some of, well, I know I definitely do want to see like Lawl. I think that Elsa's rival on well, I don't know those the LOL archive guy has been doing some predictions for a LOL Nova rival, so I don't wanna really dwell on that, but I really hope that we do see like a rival Mormon. The most interesting rival I can think of at this moment is like Mormon Jesus rival. Like, who is Mormon Jesus rival gonna be? It's like another the opposite of him. Like, he's from a legitimate religious thing. The Mormon Jesus rival. Like, that's kind of interesting. Yeah, not a lot of people are in that. Bob is Mormon Jesus rival. Yeah, well, I guess I'll wrap it up here. It was very fun to talk about some rivalries, but I definitely wish that more people showed up, so goodbye.